So today we will see that how we can handle exceptions in UiPath. So before proceeding this, I will give you one scenario, one example that why we use exception handling in our program or in our workflow. So the basic idea to use exception handling is, for example, if we have used one code and that code is going to throw any exception, that could be a kind of IO exception. For example, the file is not found, or if you are going to use any application and the application not found, or if you are going to use one radio button, if you want to click and the radio button is not available, or any button we want to click and that is not available. So if it is not available and it can throw any exception, so what will happen if we will not handle the exception? It will abnormally terminate the flow of execution. So our requirement is not to stop the flow of execution abnormally. Our requirement is to stop whatever we want to perform the activity after that. So it should not be stopped abnormally. It should be stopped after performing some action. So for achieving or getting those requirements, we use exception handling in our program. So for demonstrating this, I'm going to create a new project, a process type, and here I will take the name is exception handling. Copy and paste it here. So in UiPath, in other programming language, as we know that to handle the exception, we have try and catch block and a finally block. Using that, we can handle the exception. The same thing here we will get in UiPath. We have one activity that is predefined activity that is pre-built, that has been provided by the UiPath itself only. So the name itself is try catch. This. So it is similar to the try catch we use in other programming language. So first of all, I just want to give you some brief idea that how this try catch work. So basically we have three blocks to handle any kind of exception: try, catch, and finally. Here we have catches, so more than one catch. So what is the use of this try block and what are this catch and finally, we will see here. So for this I will use this message box. So quickly I'm going to just drag and drop this message box here in finally block as well. So how the execution process is, just we will see here. Try block. Let's run the workflow. Try block, finally block, but where we didn't get the message from this catch block. Just executed try block and catch block, not executed, and then after finally block executed. One more time I'm executing. See closely. We got this message from try block. Then after I click OK, and then finally block. This block executed. This catch block did execute. The reason why it didn't execute because it works like if there is any kind of exception we get inside this try block, then only catch block executed. So it is the basic funda, and then the finally block always executes. Try block always execute, finally block always execute, catch block only execute when any exception occurs in this try block. So for demonstration of this, to demonstrate this, I will use one Excel file, or we can use any file or any application or anything like buttons or anything that can throw an exception. You can keep inside this try block. For this condition, I'm going to use one Excel sheet file, and I will try to read the Excel file in this try block. Since we know that when we use this read range activity, we have two read range activity, one Excel type of read range activity and the other one is workbook type of read range activity. So this Excel type of any activity, if you use from Excel type, it doesn't throw if the file is open. If the file is open, then it won't throw any exception. But in this scenario, when we use the workbook type of activity, we know that it throws error. So this time we will use this workbook type of activity. So let me create one sheet here, demo sheet, demo Excel file, and in this Excel file demo.xls, one sheet is there is one sheet 1. So here sheet 1 available, and I'm going to point this demo.xls file, and already it has defined that the range from A1 to A2, but in my case I don't want to read since it does not have any data. But if it was, then there is no such issue. I read the entire data from the Excel sheet, that's why I removed this one. Now since the file is for example the file is here not open, so this time it will not throw any exception. So the here we will here from try block it will not throw any exception, so it will go directly inside the finally block as we saw earlier here. But my requirement is to throw exception here so that it will go inside this catch block, and if it will open, this file will open demo.xls, so this catch block should be handled. So this is exception, and the object we this exception type of exception object is exception. So we will handle it like this: exception dot message. This is syntax that we use. This is the object name. So let me run. This time the file is not open, so it will not throw any exception. See here, the object reference not set any instance, it is saying, and then after finally block. Why it is? Because here it read the file, it didn't throw any error, it went here, but there is no exceptions. That's why it was showing like this. There were no exception, and now at the last finally block executed. And here we are handling the parent type of exception. At the time of selecting the exception, I just selected the parent exception, but here we have lots of exceptions like IO exception, null reference exception, argument, and invalid. And if you will browse for more type, there are lots of exceptions that we can choose. So what type of exception this one, if what type of exception it is throwing, if you want to know. So what we can do here, let me delete this one as well. Here what we can do, we let me choose the exception only, and here I will keep the message box here and type the exception only and save this. So it will throw the exception and it will handle this exception and will show what exactly the type of exception is. So here we will get the exception type also. See here, system.io.io exception. So hence we got the exception name. So now we can handle here. If we don't know, so that trick we can apply in the program. IO exception, this is the child exception,